family, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new here and then it's just welcome, that's welcome back. Thank you so much for clicking. Thank you so much for subscribing. While I'm shooting this, we are at 279. Oh my god, I cannot believe it. It gets to show you if you want to begin something, just go ahead and start. It's never too late. So on today's video, we're going to be preparing the softest chocolate cupcakes without milk. I hope you enjoy, and I hope you get to learn more about baking in this video. We're going to be doing more of that. This is just the first of many. Once again, thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you so much for liking, and sure, you come with a friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend, and feel free to share my videos. It helps me so much. So thank you so much. So let's get started. Enjoy.
Let's get started on our cakes, the cupcakes. We'll need 1.5 cups of all-purpose flour, and next we have 1 cup of sugar, and then baking soda 1 teaspoon, which is essential in baking. Then we have 1/3 cup of unsweetened cocoa powder. This is 1 cup of warm coffee and 2 teaspoons of vanilla essence. If you have vanilla extract, you can use it as well. And then this is 1/3 cup of vegetable oil, but you can also use olive oil or canola oil if you have. And then you'll also need 1 tablespoon of white distilled vinegar. Yeah. Oh, before I forget, an egg at room temperature. Try to ensure everything is at room temperature. So this is a sieve that I'll use to sift the dry ingredients. Make sure you have that as well. So I'm just going to mix the wet and dry ingredients respectively, and then we can get to the baking. So I'm going in with my dry ingredients in no particular order, and the only thing I won't be sifting is the sugar. I'll just put it as is and mix it together with everything. A little dancing to get things going. There's no need to be too serious in the kitchen, right? So we're just sifting the cocoa powder nice and slow, and you can see there's some particles still remaining, some clumps, so I'm going to go over that with a spoon to make sure everything is well sifted. Finally, I'm adding the sugar, and like I said, I'm not going to sift this. So now with a spoon, an offset spatula or a hand whisk, we're just going to mix everything together until it's well mixed. You want to incorporate everything together and it will be ready. There's nothing much really at this point. it's good to go now, though I don't know if you can see because it's a bit too bright, but that's it. Okay, so we'll set that aside and then get started on the wet ingredients. Here we'll just put everything together, mix it well, and then set it aside for mixing to the dry ingredients. So I'm going to start with the vanilla essence, put it in the bowl, and then I'll add the distilled vinegar. I almost poured it, I forgot. Mix that. Scraping, no wasting. And then I'll also put in the warm coffee. Make sure it's warm. Then finally I'll add my egg. And again, I insist, just whisk it until everything is mixed. You're not overworking yourself. Just mix it slightly. Once you see everything is well mixed, that will be it. So here my timer had lapsed. I was just readjusting it because I had set the oven to preheat, so I just needed to adjust it so that by the time I'm finishing the mixing of the batter, the oven would still be warm. At this point, you just want to put the wet ingredients into the dry ingredients. If you're using an offset spatula, you can just fold it in until everything is combined. But if you're using a hand whisk, you can just whisk it ever so gently. Make sure there are no lumps of flour. When you get the smooth consistency, that's it. You can now pour it into the tray and bake. If you bake a lot, you will notice that this batter will not be as thick as some of the other ones. It's actually one of the lightest batters that you'll make for cakes, but that's just how it's supposed to be. It will turn out just fine, so don't worry. Don't go adding any other ingredients to try and make it a bit thicker. It's okay even if it looks more liquid than mine. It will turn out just fine. And guys, you can also use a blender to mix everything together once for like 10 seconds, but that's a hack I'll show you in another video, so stay tuned to the channel. Good things coming your way. Look at that, some chocolate goodness loading. I'm sure this will be so enjoyable. So now I'm going to transfer it into this container to make it easier for me to fill it in the tray. So I had also lined the tray earlier with the cupcake liner, so I'm just going to transfer the batter into the container and then into the tray and pop it in the oven. Guys, just ignore the clutter. A cluttered kitchen most times results in really tasty meals, so just ignore that and focus on the cupcakes, you know. Look at that steady hand, you guys. How steady. Okay, maybe I spoke too soon. now fill up the cupcake liners. Just fill them up to 2/3. That will be okay because the cake will also rise in the oven. The exact quantities of the ingredients used will be in the description box, and they will yield 12 cupcakes. So if you want more, just tweak the recipe to your preference. You guys, the butter smells amazing. Like, the kitchen is just chocolatey. I really love it. I can't even wait to dig in. It smells really yummy, you guys. At this point, the African in me is like, why is this looking like it's not going to be enough for 12 cupcakes? Umedanganya watu. But in the end, it was enough for 12 cupcakes, and actually more. I made 3 more from the batter, so yeah. See, you guys, I still have butter for more cupcakes, which I'll put in another tray. So we'll give the tray a slight tap or bang to remove the air bubbles, and we're now going to pop them in the oven. They're ready now, but before putting them on the rack, I'll check with the toothpick if they're done. So I'll just insert it and see. If it comes out clean, they're good to go. And as you can see, it's all clean. So what I want to do now is place them on the rack and have them cool there. So I'll just put that on, but I'm also going to remove them from the tray and just place them on the rack. Look at these beautiful chocolate beauties. I'm sure they taste amazing as well. And if you're lactose intolerant, this recipe is just for you because it requires no milk. So I frosted the cakes off camera. Now to the good part, the taste test, and just look at how good that cake turned out. It's so moist, it's spongy, it's soft, it's really nice. Try out the recipe and let me know how it turns out. I'm sure you will enjoy it. Guys, if you haven't subscribed, I really don't know what you're waiting for. Like, we're here serving you with the good stuff and you're not subscribing. Please hit the subscribe button, give the video a thumbs up, and turn on the post notification bell for more good stuff, because I promise you this channel is it. this is just about to melt in my mouth. So tasty, so tasty. Thank you for watching, guys.